Hi, welcome to Mind Your Business. So, I had a series of beautiful messages today, and I'm going to read just a bit of one of the messages. Okay, this is from one of the ladies who attended our iFAB 2023, and she said to me, she wrote to me, after iFAB 2023, one, I changed my network entirely. And she goes on to say a few other things that happened, a few changes she made in her life. And then she goes on to say, see me buying my first house this year, something I have never thought of. Amazing. I'm going to tell you more about this in today's episode of Mind Your Business, which is entitled, Who is on Your Current Team? Stay tuned.
iFAB Ashanti, a haven nestled at the tip of Kumasi, where fresh air meets serenity. iFAB Ashanti is a residential learning and event space perfect for your corporate training, staff retreat, group hangouts, and wedding receptions. With 4 rooms and 15 beds, you and your group can sleep comfortably. What makes us special? iFAB Ashanti is not just a space, it's a commitment. By choosing us, you support community projects empowering women and youth. Join us at iFAB Ashanti off Aful Junction, Abuabukesi, Kumasi. iFAB Ashanti, here we grow. Hi, I am Ahmed Duncan, founder of the Fabulous Woman Network. Before 2015, I was that broke girl who was stuck in her own limiting belief of not enoughness. Marianne Williamson's words, "You are a child of God," woke me up. And then I sought help to work on myself. I still invest heavily in my personal development, and so much has changed for me in the most incredible ways. My burning desire is to see an Africa in which women are empowered to thrive and impact people. I am a trainer, coach, author, social entrepreneur, and an event organizer who is passionate about helping others on their own personal development journey so that together we can all thrive as fabulous children of God. Mind Your Business is our weekly podcast which is free on YouTube. Here we share enriching content to help us all thrive as fabulous children of God. And if you prefer to work with me please go to my website ahmedduncan.com/store to book a discovery call with me.
Welcome back. Now, this message that I got from this particular lady about the changes she's made in her life and the results she's seeing, it got me thinking and thinking and thinking. And in fact, it got me thinking about myself, because I look at my life now and I am definitely not the same broke girl I was years ago. A little over 9 or so years ago, I'm not that same girl. I am not that same angry woman who thought others owed me something and they were failing and who was so disappointed at other people. I am not that individual who used to sit and wish and wish and wish to go to Dubai and to all these beautiful places. I am not that same person anymore. I am not that mother, that mother who would hesitate to do anything nice for myself or treat myself kind. I'm not that person anymore. I'm not that friend who heard about another friend's testimony of how God had given them their home. And then I remember thinking, oh, that can never be me. God will never give me that kind of testimony. I am so grateful to God that I am not that kind of person anymore. So what has changed? When did this mindset shift happen in my life that suddenly I am not thinking in that way that I used to think? And even if those thoughts come to me, I have ways of getting out of them and then having a better, more positive outlook to life. When I reflected on this, and I have realized that actually it wasn't a sudden change for me. if I look at my own thought processes and how things have changed and how that has even reflected in my life, it wasn't like suddenly, bam, and she's there. It's a process. It was a long process and it's still ongoing, from that broke mindset to abundant mindset. It's a process. It's still ongoing. And to sum it all up, what really changed for me, or to put it all together, what has changed is the intentional personal development journey I have been on. And when I say personal development, I'm talking about reading, enriching books, attending programs and conferences, listening to enriching podcasts, like literally every single day. I'm listening to something positive as much as possible, you know? And how did I even start on this trajectory of personal development? Choosing my allies, choosing the people that are in my inner circle, or what I would call a team. So I believe that life has seasons, and in each season, we have things that we are focusing on achieving, or our goals, or being, whatever it is. And in each season, when you are focusing on whatever it is you're focusing on, you need a support group, a network, a group of people that are championing you, helping you push, you know? And thank God that over the last 9 or so years, I have been very intentional about choosing who will be on this team. And as I'm speaking, I'm just remembering something I've always been called in tree or fancy. They will say ahoshishe. Always been ahoshishe. So how do I say ahoshishe in English? Like someone who is always befriending others. I don't know if I think it's more it's deeper than just befriending, but someone who desires to get to know certain people. And it's made to seem like that is such a negative thing. But for me, it has helped me get to know the right people. It has helped me choose to have some people in my life who would make sure that I am going in the direction that I desire, that God has designed that I should go through. We need a certain caliber of people. And I'm so grateful that I'm able to choose that because I'm intentional about it. Of course, everyone has a wider network of people and friends, and I also have that. I am family, friends, partners, business acquaintances, and all that. But I'm very intentional about who I allow into the inner circle because these people determine a lot. These are the people sending you messages of things you should check out, books you should read, podcasts you should listen to, programs you should attend, mentioning your names in places. These are the kinds of people I'm talking about. Like a couple of days ago, a similar person in my network just said, Amma, you should meet this person because they do XYZ and it's a similar thing as you're doing. And we had the opportunity to sit and oh my God, these are, these are the kinds of people I'm talking about, people who are recommending stuff to you. Now, back to this particular message I had from this lady, which even got me thinking. This lady, later I got to interview her and I actually asked permission to share a bit of her story, which she's also shared publicly anyway, and I'll share the video soon. She mentioned how before she came for the iFAB, she was the sort of person who would spend a lot of money on things like clothes, jewelry, and nice things that we all love, right? But while she was spending all those monies there, which is not a bad thing in itself, she missed out on focusing on other key areas of her life. And when she made that change in terms of who she was hanging out with, the kind of people who were influencing her to spend in a way that was not helping her, when she made that switch, now she's able to afford a house. something she never thought she would. And trust you me when I say there was also a point in my life that I never thought of even owning a house. Like, what are you like kidding me? House, it wasn't even part of the things I thought about. For me, put food on the table, manage to wear some clothes, go to work, get paid at the end of the month, come back and do the same routine over and over again. I never thought a time would come that I would even own business. I didn't even think about business. Own a business, pay staff, who me? Buy a house, who me? But this same person, because of mindset change, coming from changing the people that I was hanging around with, it has changed a lot for me. People that you hang around with, they are the ones who expose you to stuff. I've been on many beautiful experiential journeys because somebody within my network, somebody in my inner circle said, Amma should be on this, or Amma, you should check this out. Earlier today, I was listening to a podcast that was talking about if you really want to change your life, you have to do something drastic, something like you've never even thought of doing before. And I think it's so true because if I look at the mindset I had before and the mindset that I'm gearing towards, I have now and gearing towards, I'm like, oh my God, I'm like a completely different person. But here's the thing. I used to think it was not possible for me. Like I used to think God had special people that he loved. I remember, for instance, looking at people who had qualified for the Mandela Washington Fellowship years back and thinking, oh, these are very special people. These are favorites, you know. I used to put them in a box and think of me as, oh, no, 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 no. People like me don't get this. But now I know that actually God's grace is available to all of us. I've been a Christian all my life, oh, and yet I didn't know this truth. I used to think some people were special. I don't know what I was listening to in church all this while. But now I know that there are some things that as children of God, we have to do, some steps we need to take so that the opportunities that are staring right there in our faces and we don't even see, so that finally we can see them and we leverage them. But it starts with changing the content we are even consuming. Who is in our network? Who is providing this content for us? Who are your allies? Now, I know that for a lot of us, new year, new me, new goals, and all that. Who are you hanging out? Who is on your team? Who is feeding you? I have a friend, Coach Doreen, who will say, who is sponsoring your thoughts? Who is making stuff go in here? Because is that person really someone you should trust? Someone who has been through the mill, understands what they are saying, and is giving you quality advice that will help you? Or are we still hanging around with people that we know we are not going anywhere with? But these people, they are like our comfort zone, right? They are keeping us safe. Now, I'm not saying that write these people off, never talk to them when you see them run. No, no, no. Because some of these people, they are family, they are friends, they could be spouses, and truly they have your best interest at heart. They are protecting you because they feel like, okay, you're in your comfort zone and this is what you know, where you know how to do what to do, so you are safe here. And so definitely, I'm not saying that write them off, but if they are not good for you, you can limit your exposure to them and then start hanging out more with people who will share enriching content with you. This lady I'm talking about, she talked about her mastermind. So one of the things we do at iFAB for those who come for the retreat is we put them in groups, smaller groups of accountability partners, and we ask them to hold each other accountable. These are people you can go to. Someone was telling me yesterday that, oh no, on Sunday, that sometimes when I'm down, I'm feeling stressed, I just put it in the group and then they are supporting me, they are sending me content, they are praying with me. This is the kind of space we want to be in so that we can move forward and we can grow. Look, the field of souls is big. We need more workers. God needs more workers. And he needs us not to be worrying about, oh, what am I going to eat? How am I going to pay this bill? If we are so worrying about basic things, how can we focus on the bigger things that God really wants us to focus on? So today, my message, hopefully it's quite short. My message is, the lady, or if you're a gentleman listening to me, I want you to audit the people you are spending time with, the people who are feeding you with information, the content that they are feeding you with. Is it helping you grow? Or is it drawing you back? Or is it making you stand still like you're just marking time? For the ladies, we have a beautiful community, the Fabulous Woman community. We have events that enrich us. We do Fab CEO Mastermind, for instance, is for people who are running their own businesses. It's going so well. We have lots of positive feedback that sometimes, I'm like, just thank you, God, for using me for this, because it's just mind blowing. The support, people talk about the support, the learning, and then we do this in a fun way. The community, there is nothing like knowing that there's a group of ladies that you can reach out to. Just a couple of days ago, I reached out to my mastermind group, with some challenges I was facing, and I just shared it. Just knowing that I have a group that I can share this with sometimes takes the burden away. Sometimes I don't even have to share it. Just knowing that I have a group, a support group, is more than enough for me. And I'm so happy that the Fabulous Woman community is that kind of group for some women. Of course, it's not the only group. There are so many more amazing groups that you can join. There's Female Entrepreneurs Global, there's Leading Ladies Network, Women's Haven Africa, and I'm just mentioning the female groups, but there are so many others. Sometimes you can even find that group in your church. The most important thing is you have to belong somewhere. But if you don't have anywhere, then I invite you to join the Fabulous Woman community. So there are a few ways that I can help you through the group, right? Today, somebody sent me a message asking if I offer mentorship and how much and all that. Actually, there are a number of ways. I do group mentoring and coaching for some people in the Fabulous Woman community through our masterminds. So, for instance, if you joined last year's iFAB or the year before, you would have been part of the mastermind. This year as well, for those who joined day one, sorry, not just joining iFAB, but the day one of iFAB, which is the retreat, you get to be part of the mastermind. And even God has laid it on my heart to make it open so that even those who come for the day two will also benefit from the mastermind. Apart from that, before I go to the next point, actually, being in the mastermind, you have a group of peer mentors, peer coaches that are supporting you throughout the year. And that's one of the ways that we support each other. We meet online, we share resources, we read books, we share the content, we help each other to grow as women, right? Especially African women leaders or aspiring African women leaders. Then there's also the Fabulous Woman community, which is very supportive. Those who are really serious. In the Facebook group, we are over 5,000, but of course, it's not everyone who is seriously into it. For those who are showing up, doing the work, reading the book, it's amazing. Some of the participants, the ladies reach out asking for the book, challenging me to even make sure that I deliver, because they are serious about their personal development. They want to go somewhere. They've seen progress and they want to keep going. So if you are not in any community at all, then I want to invite you. You can find the link in the caption to just join our community. But please, if you are in any community, it could be women, men, and women, it doesn't matter. As long as they are providing you support, as long as you can count on them as people on your team, and they are supporting you through this journey. Because listen, sometimes I can sit and I'm like, oh my goodness, being an entrepreneur. It's yesterday or 2 days ago, I was just sitting here saying, you know what? I am doing the best I can. I am doing the best. I was just repeating that mantra over and over again, because sometimes it is hard and you need that support. You need someone supporting you. It could be your husband, your wife, sibling, whoever it is, as long as you have someone on your team championing you, providing you with positive content, helping, supporting, praying with you, Okay, as long as you have that, I don't think that you should do life alone. Even God said it's not good for man to be alone. And thanks to my friend Pastor Annette, I actually got the understanding that when God said it is not good for man to be alone, he wasn't just referring to man and woman, as in a man must have a wife. But God was talking about partnership, having people supporting you. And if there's one thing I have learned, I can't do life alone. We all need people. And so please, I pray that you find that team that is championing you. And I pray that if there is someone in your life who is not helping you grow, God helps you find a way to put them in a place that they can still be there, you can still love them, but from a distance. And then help you see the right people that you should hang around with. For instance, you want to be a millionaire, hang around with millionaires. You want to be a pastor, hang around with pastors. You want to be a woman in business, a bald-headed woman in business, hang around people like that. And someone said, oh, I haven't been invited into the Fabulous Woman community. Ladies, I am hereby officially inviting all of you. If you're a woman and you are listening to me, watching me, and you are not part, I'm inviting you. You don't need to know me personally to be part. But once you become part, I would love to know you, hang with you through our events, iFAB coming up, or all these other things that even online. I would love to get to know you and hang with you. I'm not scary. I may be bald with gray hair, but I'm quite nice if you catch me on a good day. Maybe if I've ever met you and I wasn't nice, maybe that day I was hungry. You should have given me jollof or something. Just a joke. Forgive me. But please, 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 on a more serious note, find a community and do this life thing, this thing that we call life, or whatever it is you're doing, parenthood, motherhood, siblinghood, daughterhood, whatever hood you're in. Make sure you are with a group, a team that is supporting you, championing you. I want you, if you are watching me today and thinking, buy a house, no, that's not, that I don't even think about it. I want you in a year to tell me that you are the sort of person who has bought a house, or the sort of person who is thinking of it because you know you can't. Because some of the miracles that has happened in my life, I cannot even begin to explain how it happened. And I know that God exposed me to certain people, and because I was amushishe enough to continue to learn from them, to glean from their friendship, their wisdom and everything, it has moved me to another level of life. And for those of you who are looking to join iFAB, oh God, I look forward to seeing you. We are planning something amazing, and every time I think about it and the ideas come to me and then I meet with the team and people who want to partner, I know that this will be a different level. So I look forward to having you, hosting you at iFAB. If you're not coming as well, wherever it is you are, whatever it is you're doing, I'm wishing you the very best. May 2024 truly be your best. Is it possible to say bestest year yet? Until I come your way again with the next episode of Mind Your Business, it's toodles, bye.
Mind Your Business is one of our free resources available on YouTube. And if you prefer to work with me one-on-one as your coach, as a consultant, or as a trainer, it starts with a discovery call. Head to amadankan.com/store to book a discovery call with me.